Hey guys, what is up? Fignuken Records here with a new video, a new type of video. Today we're going head to head with my co-host Cole over here.
Yeah,
Um,
insert little riff right there.
yeah,
Metal Supergroup draft.
yep, and we are, of course, doing what the fucking title intends, and we're gonna be seeing who comes out better according maybe the comments. It doesn't really fucking matter, honestly.
Yeah, dude, this is the court of public opinion. Also, whichever one of us gets less people interested, if people do comment, has to die. We're gonna be executed,
Of course, yeah,
and there'll be a new host next week.
yeah, of course, 100%. So guys, stay tuned for the new host.
Yeah,
Yep.
whichever one of us is dead.
It'll be probably Pat, dude, and it'll be terrible. All the videos will have fucking terrible audio. Love
Yeah,
the guy.
because he refuses to get him. He doesn't understand how microphones work.
Yeah, he just thinks he can play off his fucking. I had him record his own audio the other day, man, and it was just hearing me in the background the whole time. He's like, "It
We
sounds
should,
pretty
like,
good."
we
He
should,
literally
like,
told me
fund
it
him a
sounded
mic.
pretty good too. He told me it sounded. He's
That's
like,
insane.
and it had
Oh
me
my
talking
God.
in the background the whole time. I was like,
We're gonna have to fund to get him a mic in
Yeah,
the future.
yeah. We'll start. We're gonna start a
Um,
fucking. What is the thing that everybody does nowadays?
A GoFundMe,
Yeah.
Patreon.
Yep.
First Patreon tier, 30 cents a month to get Patrick a microphone. All right. Why don't you tell us the rules of this little Metal Supergroup draft?
All right. Well, let's get over here. So now it's let us get into the rules now that you mentioned them.
I think maybe it's time.
Yeah, we didn't mess that all up. I didn't try and
No,
do it.
dude, no. What are you talking about?
So yeah, the rules are, of course, you have whichever one of us wants to go first. I don't. Do you have a preference?
I don't personally have a preference, but it's your channel, so why don't you go first?
All right, I'll take it. I guess. I guess because there's one thing I want in the this first slot here. I think. So I think we probably have both the same. Maybe not the same too, but we definitely share one choice. For singer, probably.
Okay.
Of the choices that we would want to make. But yeah, so basically it'll be snake draft. So I will start here. He will go here. He will go again with lead guitar, and then I will go with lead guitar, rhythm. He'll go. Yeah, you understand how it goes.
They'll
basically
kind of
down to the bottom.
understand it as the
Yeah.
people pop up.
So a big thing is we can't reuse the same artists on each side.
Yeah.
So once one's taken, you can't go back and be like, "Oh shit, I should have fucking chose that one." Well, you're shit out of luck, buddy.
Yeah.
So
And then at the end, I guess we'll deliberate a little bit which one we think is better. But I also wanted to ask, did you kind of think of a theme for your band, or are you just kind of going for like
I do actually have a theme. I'm
middle of the
going
road
for-
metal band?
I'm going for progressive black metal, or like I want to say that maybe not
All right, so
progressive black metal. That's kind of weird.
You should just pick
metal.
all the members of Opeth.
Nah. Well, I'm not the biggest Opeth fan. I'm sorry.
I know,
guys.
I know.
I don't mind them. I just like other bands like Agalloch and stuff better, who actually just apparently got back together late last year,
Really?
which I didn't know. Yeah. So, I guess his Facebook comments didn't really hold the band back too much.
Yeah. That's
Let's
crazy.
dive straight into this though. So for singer, honestly, like the real thing I wanted to go for when picking singer, like the real thing I was thinking about was versatility.
Yeah.
You need a guy who can do great clean, great harsh, and do everything in between. Which is, of course, why if I wasn't gonna go first, I would have probably taken Michael Ockerfeld. I would have probably taken him because he's
Well, that was who I was going
for-
to pick. I mean, you can pick him, dude. You can.
no.
This is a battle of wits as well.
I'm fine, dude. I'm fine with my metal choice because my band is not going to be like particularly like, oh, this is all I need black metal vocals for everything. I don't think he can even do. I don't think he does
No,
howls the way I like.
his
him
is
either,
more
personally.
death. His is more death for sure.
Yeah, he's like,
When I
They're
said
kinda
the
like
black
a
metal
Black and
thing, I
Death.
was just kind of joking. Also, I was listening to their early albums. Their early albums are a lot more like black metal-y, but I still think the vocals are very death metal.
yeah, and but so I'm going off. Not even a black metal vocalist. I don't know. Can you guess who I'm taking first? Very diverse.
I guess
Vocalist?
you're taking. I don't know. Very diverse vocalist. I gotta say James LaBrieman. No, I'm just kidding. um,
It's Devin Townsend. I'm taking Devin Townsend.
Oh, dude, that's such a good pick. I wasn't even thinking of Devin Townsend.
Yeah, so I was like thinking like really versatile. So I was thinking because I went for a black metal band. I don't think like I do agree that fucking Mike Patton's a fucking super diverse vocalist.
Yeah,
In metal,
for sure.
I don't think he's good at screaming. That good at screaming. So like,
Yeah,
if
I
I'm
mean,
having
even
a band
in
that screams in it,
in his heavier stuff, it's like he's not much of a screamer. I think he has like a more thrashy like versatility.
yeah, of course. So that's gonna be my final choice, Devin Townsend.
That's such a good pick,
fucking
dude. I'm actually jealous that
amazing,
I
like
didn't think
damn
of
near
that.
gutturals. Fucking can do like almost everything. Can do like I don't doubt he can do howls really well, and I think he does some on fucking. I want to say on deconstruction he does some, but I might be wrong. He has so much fucking music that it's hard for me to remember everything in there. But
Yeah.
he's one of those artists that like just so unique. Like he's honestly a person. If I would have known you forgot about him, I would have taken him at my free spot. So I could have had him as a fucking guitarist, a fucking singer. Like I would have. Oh, also yeah, sorry. The free slot is whatever person we want who's not used in the list already, and they can do everything. So singer can only sing, lead guitar can only do lead guitar, so on and so forth. But free can play their instruments, use their voice, everything. So they are kind of the trump card in the end.
Yeah.
So I just want to say that.
Yeah. Well, Devin
So,
Townsend is a great pick, dude. That's that's a sin.
so who are you taking?
I think I kind of gave it away earlier, but I think Michael Ockerfeld is going to be the singer of this band because I'm going for a band that could be really heavy, but also can bring it back and be a little bit softer, do like more ballady stuff, whether it's thrash or whether it's something more progressive. And I think he does have that versatility. I will agree. I think there are some points where like he wouldn't work out so much, like maybe in even in Opeth's own music. I think that the more like modern stuff where there's not growling and it's just prog, he has a very beautiful voice, but it doesn't sometimes reach the like range for like more energetic stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
that's what
I
I
think
like
that's
about
his
Devin, dude.
weakness. Yeah, yeah.
But
I think
'cause
that's
he can
his
really
weakness.
get everywhere.
But other than that, I think he covers all the bases that I want because he can do growls, and I love his growling.
Yeah,
I'm more into like lower register growling than I am like howls and screeches.
yeah,
And then his clean voice is beautiful to me, and I think that could work in so many different contexts. So that's definitely gonna be my singer.
yeah. I agree. I feel like you have to go with the versatile singer, no matter
Yeah,
what.
absolutely.
So
And I'm
uh,
still pissed that you picked Devin Townsend because I would have picked that if I had remembered, or if you
yeah,
hadn't picked it.
yeah.
That's
Like
good.
my two are like I kind of hope I get first, but it.
So we're going snake. So does that mean I'm next for lead guitar?
Yep. So lead guitar. So
Dude,
this
this one's gonna be
could be a
hard.
strong suit.
This one's gonna be hard because there's so many people like I really want to pick,
Of
and
course.
like thinking about lead guitar players who could like fit into almost any context without being boring. Because like as I've gotten a little bit older, I think I'm less into like just shred for the sake of shred.
Hmm.
Now, like there would have been a time I probably would have picked Petrucci, but like I don't think his style is really what I'd be going for if I was making some crazy super group.
Yeah.
But I think someone who can like do all those things or do a lot of those things and still
Mm.
sit in a more like interesting place for me that's not just like can do anything, I'd probably pick Marty Friedman just because
All right.
his time in Megadeth is proof that he's an amazing metal lead guitar player, but he's also just a well-studied musician
course.
who I think could sit in like any context, and it's not somebody like, in my opinion, at least the way that people are now with guitar playing, overly virtuosic. So
Yeah. Yeah. That is fair. Uh. Yeah. I think with that too, you don't get like the too much of an ego with your guitarist. You know what I mean? Like you don't
yeah,
get that fucking like I want to shred all the time kind of
yeah, he's
guy.
also not one of those people who's like a crazy public figure either. Like he doesn't boast about himself, and I appreciate that as well. He's just an amazing guitar player, and he's not in anything anymore that's like so popular as like Megadeth would have been.
All right. So I think with my
Lead
rhythm
guitar, buddy.
guitar, uh,
Damn, we were going for
lead
we were
guitar.
going
Yeah.
for 5 seconds,
Sorry.
and
Yeah. So yeah, my lead guitarist. So I did have two options that I was kind of debating with, and I'm still kind of debating with till the end. But quick question: are we doing now? I'll just let you decide. Only the people that are alive, or people that are dead too?
I don't know because Let's just do only alive.
Okay, because I had Chuck Schuldiner on there, or Schuldiner,
I mean, let's just
and
grant it. I guess it doesn't really matter. I was gonna come up with some harebrained
so
reason.
no, I'm fine if it's only
I think that
alive.
just
We'll
makes
just
it
do
easier
only alive.
because
That's fine.
we can
So
do
I'll
people who
do
are passed away in a different video, and I think that might be more interesting. So
yeah. So I'm gonna do Jeff Loomis then. Really, really cool fucking
dude, you're
guitarist.
knocking this out of the park.
Awesome fucking guitarist. Love his fucking stuff with Sanctuary. Love his solo stuff as well. All really cool shit.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like, honestly, probably he's a little bit shreddy, but I also think he can kind of do pretty much whatever he wants as well. Like, and I think honestly, Petrucci wouldn't have been a bad option because he can do softer stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he can. I feel like it's also like the easy out.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, Jeff Loomis, that's my choice. So I guess we'll jump straight to rhythm. Which I'm going for more of a black metal style for this rhythm guitar, just because I love
Yeah, that makes sense.
black metal rhythm. I'm gonna go with Abbott.
Okay.
I love his work on Sons of North. I think Sons of Northern Darkness. I'm fucking up that album. You know, you can.
I'm actually not super familiar, so I couldn't help you with this one.
Yeah, I know. I just like love the fucking when he's playing rhythm in Immortal. Like that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Just it's super fucking. I don't know. I mean, it's super fucking fast paced. I mean, it's like classic black metal shred. Yeah, Sons of Northern Darkness. I was right, and At the Heart of Winter. Both those albums. Love the.
I didn't know you were looking it up. I could have done that for you. I guess I should have.
Looking at the rhythm in those, man. Like songs like Tyrants. Like that song. I mean, that fucking intro is just fucking awesome.
I think you did show me that
yeah.
actually.
I love
I
that
do
riffing.
remember that. Yes.
It's super like. Super, I wish it was in other genres, but I think like at that point, some of the early stuff is more. I don't know what all albums he played fucking rhythm on. Maybe he played rhythm on all. I know he's not the only guitarist that's been in the band.
Right.
So.
But either way, you know stuff that he did that
Yeah.
like is
that
why
I
you
fucking,
like him as your rhythm player.
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of all over the place so far. I mean, we got to fucking. Well, I mean, honestly, I'm just choosing super, like. Super
versatile players.
Yeah, versatile.
Or
minus
who,
Abbott.
I guess
Abbott is
yeah,
less,
the rhythm is exactly kind of just what you're going for,
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah, so that's why I wanted Abbott. I mean, it's kind of a just personal choice. I don't think he's the best rhythm guitarist ever. I just fucking love the rhythm that he provides to Abbott and to Immortal. So I'm gonna pass it off to you then for your rhythm guitarist, and I'm actually interested to see who you'll pick.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like thinking of the band that I've already put together, there is an easy out.
Are you gonna take it?
And I wanted to pick maybe somebody more obscure so I could show off my music knowledge. But honestly, I think I'm just gonna pick Hetfield because love it or hate it, and I wouldn't say like early Metallica Hetfield, but love it or hate it, the dude has an
He's
insane
dead. You can't
ability
use
to
him.
play fast music. Oh, that's true. I got
No,
no,
you're good.
but and he can still do it a little bit. So I'm gonna say Hetfield because I think he is an amazing rhythm guitar player, and I actually think from his more ballady stuff, and we can deliberate over who wrote what. I mean, maybe Cliff wrote some of that stuff, but I think Hetfield kind of covers all bases with rhythm guitar, and his down picking is something that not a lot of people have. Now, my backup pick, which I'll just keep Hetfield on the board, probably would have been Matt Heafy from Trivium.
Of course, yeah, that's fair.
Because I think that he has kind of a similar style, but I think James is more straight up for what I'm kind of going for in my head.
Fair. Yeah,
And I would have always loved to see James's guitar playing with like slightly heavier vocals. It's something I've actually thought about before. Like, what would Metallica or a band like Metallica's lineup be like with like growlier vocals?
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I guess you get almost that kind of like I don't want to say thrasher because it's more just death metal-y. Like it's kind of like a weird line between the two with rhythm guitar. Because sometimes, like a lot of times, you have a very similar rhythm guitar that could be between the two, and stuff in like Bloodbath and stuff like that, where Michael has actually like fucking sang some more pure death metal-y tunes. 'Cause I think the thing with Opeth is they are more of like an ambient black and death kind of band. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to say
they're
like
not as
ambient's
straight
kind of
up.
weird, but it's like you know what I'm saying.
Definitely.
It's like very full and very fucking
Yeah,
like-
and I think that lends it to the more progressive side of
Yeah.
things. I guess that's a part of it. Yeah, for sure. So I guess I was gonna say pass it off to you, but I guess I'm moving on
Yeah,
to bass then.
yeah. We'll see if you take the one I
Um,
had for my first one.
ooh, I don't I hope that you weren't gonna make this pick, but maybe I'll have to sidestep you here and just take it. I'm gonna pick John Mayung from Dream Theater
Yeah,
because that's who I was kind of
that's who
saving
my
my.
first pick was.
I'm because coming from Dream Theater, like I didn't want to pick Petrucci because I think first of all it is like a really cop out pick for a lead guitar player because I seriously the guy's insane. He can do anything. Um, but John Mayung is very similar in the bass department. I think he covers basses, no pun intended, and he's just a really solid bass player. I'm thinking of like on Octavarium and albums like that. His not only his playing but his tone, his bass tone is so like punchy, and I want that. Like thinking of like thrashy stuff, and even maybe in the realm of death that I like is like Havoc. We talk about that a lot. I love that band, and they have a really punchy bass
Yeah,
sound in a lot of their stuff that I like the most. And I'm looking for that in like a super group, like a defined bass sound that isn't just like set behind two guitar players.
yeah. That is fair. That is fair. Um. So are you? I mean, I was gonna choose him. I'm just gonna say now he's my number one choice. Um. And I think another choice I could have taken that would have been a similar route as Mae Young, but I'm not gonna take it. Was Justin Chancellor, of course. Would have been
Yeah,
definitely in
actually,
that.
that was my second pick, so we're on the exact same page.
So no, well, he wasn't my second pick. He was just one that I'm thinking like I could have taken him. I'm gonna take Peter Steele.
Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna take a fucking add a lot of mass, add a lot of inches to my fucking
mass.
yeah, add a fucking dude who did a fucking porno cover. Fuck yeah, dude.
I mean, he's a cool ass guy.
Yeah,
He definitely gives your band style points for sure.
100%. Yeah,
Ladies love Peter Steele, dude.
yeah, and of course like he's got
He's a
cool ass
vampire.
songwriting ability too. So I think just adding him for the band, like I'm not saying like
Does he get a buff from being a vampire?
of course, yeah, of course the not very good with drugs though. I guess vampires also get killed by drugs, but
Well, that drugs weaken the vampire's immune system.
yeah, of course. So now this is a tough one for me. Now that I'm coming up to drums, because my two, I think we have one in common. That was going to be my first,
We definitely have
which
one.
was
in
Mike
common,
Portnoy,
Yes.
of course.
Yes. I mean, do it. Rip it if that's the one you want to take.
But you know what? I don't know. My problem is like I love him because he like utilizes so much of the drums.
Yeah.
But I might honestly like just prefer for my sound, which might just be giving you a fucking free throw. I might go with Danny Carey.
Yeah.
I think he
I
might
mean,
make like the
he's another
spacey
one.
fucking like more spacey ambient black metal might be super unique and different. You know what I mean?
I think as far as musicianship goes, it's very telling that the rhythm sections that we've been choosing from are basically just Tool and Dream Theater, but it's like they're solid, man. I mean, they're some of the best
Yeah.
in the business.
So I'm honestly thinking I'm just gonna fucking throw you a fucking free ball, dude, and fucking
Yeah, maybe.
pass it to you and give you Mike Portnoy. But I'm gonna take Danny Carey this one time.
But I don't think so because I don't think I'm gonna pick Mike Portnoy either because I was kind of expecting you to pick him. I think I'm gonna go with the sound that I'm going for. I think I want to go with the Eloy Casagrande
Okay.
from Sepultura.
Yeah.
I just think for this I've kind of without thinking about it completely created like an insane thrash lineup.
Yeah.
And I think Eloy is like the perfect drummer for that. I think the drums are kind of what makes those early Sepultura records that I love so much.
Yeah.
And one of my other picks was Dave Lombardo because I think for the same reasons
Yeah.
in that kind of genre. But I think Eloy also can play a lot more interesting stuff
Yeah, that's fair.
in case the band had to like switch up a style at any point. So that's why I'd pick him.
Yeah, it's like honestly, it's a tough choice because I think there's like now we're kind of getting like some peak drummers that are just like you almost think the fucking drums like are mastered at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, modern drums are insane, but also like how much of that is production, a lot
Yeah.
of times. I mean, I was also thinking Joe, well no, not Joe, Mario from Gojira. Sorry, I got them mixed up, they're brothers.
Yeah. No.
And that's another person, insane modern drummer, and he's probably the most modern of anybody I was thinking, I guess. And I mean, I saw them live. It was amazing, insane the fact that he can do that
Yeah.
with like no, to my knowledge, no tracks or any kind of help live. Like Gojira, I will say this is a little bit of a tangent, but I saw Gojira live. one of those bands where you see them and it's like they sound like their record, which is something that I cannot say about a lot of bands. Like some bands are better live, some bands are worse live, some bands just sound different. Gojira, like on point, just sounds like their records.
Yeah. And
Which I'm now glassing a drummer who I didn't pick. So Eloy, I'm gonna pick Eloy Casagrande.
yeah. And honestly, like I was even fucking thinking about fucking Chris Adler. Like also
Yeah, man.
also fucking great pick, can fucking play a lot, super good for fucking metal. I just didn't know. I like kind of like it was hard for me because I really like this fucking spacey sound of fucking like Danny Carey's drums. So it's like super tough for
Yeah.
me because I think I want to go.
When
for
you're going, I think, for more of a black metal-y thing, and there might be a little more atmosphere needed. And I think Tool's drummer, and the sound of all those guys would lend themselves to that.
yeah, I just wonder if he can blast beat though. You know what I mean?
I think he can definitely do
But
it.
you know, that's my
And
own
you don't
thing.
hear it very often, but
Yeah, I don't think we've ever really heard it. Unless I'm wrong. For y'all Tool fans, you'll probably fucking come and fucking destroy this fucking video. Uh,
oh
but
god, the Tool fans, dude.
yeah, they did not
We're
like
not.
our
We're trying
our
not to
tier
talk
list.
over each other. No, we're trying not to talk over each other. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
Well, that was Metallica.
Tool fans' ears are so refined. They're so special.
No, that
if
was
you
that was
will.
Metallica though,
Jeez.
dude.
Oh, was that Metallica?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm going on a rant for a video. I don't even remember. I don't read our comments. Fuck you guys. Just kidding. Sorry.
So now you get the real fucking big pick, the free slot, dude.
Yeah, man. I was deliberating this one the whole time. This is the one where I didn't know what I was gonna pick, but I kind of said it earlier. And now that I've created this thrash thing, I'm just gonna go with Matt Heafy because he can sing.
Yeah.
He can do a different style of vocals, and he's also an insane rhythm player. And I think 3 guitars works if you have the right people.
Yeah.
And I think having 2 amazing rhythm players, and I mean, Matt Heafy, I think, is really in the style of James Hetfield.
Yeah.
I mean, they rip off Metallica all the time. Man, not in like a bad way. They rip them off, but they're so inspired by them riff wise.
Yeah.
At least, especially on like early Trivium. Like, I think those guys would actually mesh really well.
And
in
even
a
on
rhythm
stuff like
setting.
Shogun and stuff like that is super
Yeah.
fucking, to me, like heavily based on fucking.
No, absolutely.
So
So that's gonna be my free slot. It's pretty easy to pick for me. I kind of said it earlier, and I like sparked my mind over it.
yeah.
I was like, damn, yeah, I'm gonna save him because I love his vocals. I mean, it might not be for everybody, but I do. So
I'm gonna choose.
pass it over to you, man.
I'm gonna choose a weird one that is purely because of black metal, and for me loving. I don't have any ambience so far. I don't have a lot of ambience, dude. And I think who other than this one person for fucking ambience, when one of the biggest genres for ambience, to me at least, is dungeon synth.
Yeah.
So
I know who you're
I'm gonna go
picking.
with somebody controversial, to say the
You're gonna have a
least.
controversial band in general, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Varga Bjerknes.
Oof. I mean, I get it for the kind of sound you were envisioning in your
But
head.
even for like
but-
stuff like for more proggy stuff, dude, he's like so fucking unique. Like if I could have taken Devin Townsend at the spot, I would have fucking taken Devin Townsend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think he would have been a great free slot pick.
Yeah, but like I was like, I need to fucking lock him down as first one because I didn't know who you were going with. Like I figured you were going with fucking Michael. So like I was like, fuck, dude, like that's gonna he really fucking fits in that black metal sound. I was like, who fucking else can just
Yeah.
kind of do everything and fucking Devin Townsend. So I had to fucking take him with that first pick, but
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, it makes sense. Varg is just a very interesting pick for your free slot, but I get it
He
for
can do-
the sound that you're.
he can
going
do
for.
like almost everything though, dude. He can fucking, you know, he's just one of those fucking people who's super.
I think he's probably more producer minded as well.
Yeah.
So that's a good kind of person to have.
Yeah, he's just, you know, he's done so much. He's killed somebody, which I don't have a lot of in my lineup, I think.
Yeah, no,
mean,
no,
Peter
you definitely
Still
need somebody
might have
who's
killed
committed
somebody.
crimes.
You know, he definitely seems like he might be the person to have killed somebody.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I don't think I have any killers in my lineup. So
yeah. But I think my lineup is pretty good for what I want. So I guess if you might win just off the fact that black metal is like less, you know.
yeah,
Up
yeah,
there?
for sure. In the court of public opinion, I may.
Yeah, but
But also, I mean, we run a music YouTube channel that maybe 1,000 people will watch, so we might be bringing niche people in as well.
yeah,
Put a black metal tag in the tags. We'll see if you win or not.
yeah. Just like only put like every single black metal artist ever on there.
Yeah,
So
and nothing else.
yeah.
They're gonna.
No,
hate
I
mine, then.
instantly
Jeez.
won, dude. I instantly won. Because they
Yeah,
probably
they're gonna be like, "Who is this?" Who I can't even say the words that a black metal person would probably use to describe me.
yeah. Especially, I will say,
I'm not true cold, that's for sure. Well, I mean, I guess in real life I am.
they fucking probably hate your fucking singer too, because I feel like Opeth is like black metal people hate anything that could be like considered like baseline black metal. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
there's even black metal bands who like actually have decent production who they hate. So
Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is, but you know,
yeah, I mean it's all up to taste, of course, of course.
yeah. And then, yeah, I think that's all for this video, though, guys. It's kind of a longer one, but I hope you all stay and enjoy. I think we had some good
Yeah,
discussion
please,
during
please.
this, honestly.
I'd like to do another one of these if people are interested. So
But yeah, honestly, I really think it's tough between our two bands. I'm gonna go back for a
yeah,
second.
but I think they're also very different styles.
I'm gonna go back for a second from our fucking thing. So I'm gonna make you have to edit a little bit more. Since for us,
Yeah, we'll have to like redo
yeah, it's fine.
some things. Oh, we'll cut this part out.
But
And then, yeah, I think our bands are very different, but I think it kind of just, music is all up to taste.
yeah,
And no matter what our opinions are, everybody's got their own. I'd love to hear other people's lists.
Yeah.
Honestly, in the comments, please sound off, guys. Like, comment, hit the bell, subscribe.
and if you
but
guys,
no, please, yeah,
if you guys can do it without fucking reusing the ones that we've used, that'd be even cool too.
yeah,
See,
yeah.
like-
I'm actually super interested in that, and some more like maybe obscure picks because I feel like I didn't rack my brain enough to try my best to pick stuff that people wouldn't know. I'm just thinking of the stuff that comes to mind first, and of course, the most popular stuff is going to rise to the top in that context.
Yeah, and like some of like, and a lot of these bands are just popular because they're fucking so fucking talented. It's hard to fucking, you know what I mean? It's hard to say.
Yeah, and a lot of our picks are from legacy bands too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's some people in new bands these days who are just as good or doing just as interesting things, and I'm sure I could name some if given some prep time. But we wanted to do this off the rip.
Yeah,
So
kind of like not, and maybe eventually later on, if you guys enjoy this, we'll come back and we'll try and do like a fucking super
Yeah.
in depth one where we fucking go for completely new picks.
yeah,
and
we're like
everything.
on Wikipedia
Yeah.
the whole time,
Yeah, telling you,
listening to Spotify for 4 hours, trying to
yeah, just spend a year fucking listening to fucking albums.
We're doing like equation. I get like a chalkboard and we're doing equations.
Yeah, and there's some people I was thinking like maybe I want them from like this band, but even like
Yeah.
it's hard doing this with like obscure bands because it's kind of like hard to fucking put when you don't know as much about them. Do you know what I mean? Like they maybe
Yeah,
haven't
no,
released as much
definitely.
music. I can't say like, oh, this drummer's great. He's released one album. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of hard
Right.
to say that.
Yeah,
So
and they're not like probably as much of public figures, so it's not like I can just go to a YouTube video and see a million videos of them playing and doing their thing.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. For sure. So maybe we'll get Patrick that mic, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what your picks would be in the comments.
Yeah. Thank you all very much for watching. Peace.
Peace.